Hey, so let's talk about the stress of inflation. It's a heavy topic, right? Today, we're going to dig into how to handle it, pulling some incredible insights from author Morgan Housel. Because, look, when the price of everything just keeps going up, it stops being a math problem. It becomes a mindset problem.
Yeah. I mean, does this look familiar? You walk out of the grocery store, you look down at that receipt, and it doesn't make sense. It's that awful, sinking feeling that no matter what you do, you're just falling further and further behind. If that's you, trust me, you are not alone. You see, inflation isn't just about numbers on a page. It's so much deeper than that. It doesn't just chip away at your purchasing power. It absolutely eats away at your peace of mind. It creates this constant low-grade hum of anxiety that can push you into desperation. And when we're desperate, that's when we make really bad financial moves.
And that right there, that's the whole point of what we're talking about today. The giant economic forces, yeah, those are probably out of your hands. But your behavior, your reactions, your mindset, that is the one thing you have 100% control over. So let's focus on that.
Okay, so let's get into this first big idea, which really explains why we all react so differently to money stress. Why you might be completely freaking out while your friend seems totally fine. The core idea here is that your personal experience with money, it's like a tiny, tiny fraction of everything that's ever happened financially in the world. But it makes up like 80% of how you think the world actually works. So if you came of age during the 2008 crash, you're going to see risk in a totally different light than someone who remembers the crazy inflation at the 1970s. Neither of you is crazy, you just learned different lessons.
All of these things, when you were born, where, what your parents went through, even just plain old luck, they create this unique lens that you see the financial world through. And because everyone's lens is different, you have got to stop comparing your anxiety to someone else's calm. Seriously. Their financial worldview was built from a completely different set of blueprints.
Okay, so this leads us directly into one of the biggest psychological traps out there, especially when money feels tight, the way we look at what other people have.
It's an automatic reflex, isn't it? We know inflation is hitting everyone, but that social pressure to keep up is real. So you see that shiny new car or that amazing vacation photo on social media, and that little voice in your head immediately starts whispering, you're doing something wrong. You're falling behind.
But here is the reality, the part you don't see. That flashy spending, that brand new SUV, it's very often just fueled by a mountain of debt. What's invisible is the huge monthly payment and the credit cards that are completely maxed out just to maintain that appearance. And here's the secret. Real wealth is invisible. It's the money you haven't spent yet. It's the exact opposite of that shiny SUV. It's about having financial security, not a storefront of stuff. So please, don't let someone else's visible debt pressure you into giving up your own invisible wealth.
So, how in the world do you fight this? You do it by using your superpower. You define what enough means for you. If you don't, you're just signing up for a life of constantly chasing more, and that's a game you can never win. Defining enough is the most powerful shield you can have for your own peace of mind.
All right, so once you've got that psychological armor on, how do we actually build a financial plan that can handle all this pressure? Let's talk about some long game strategies. This is such a brilliant way to think about investing. When the market tanks and prices are high, it feels like a fine, right? Like you're being punished for a mistake. You have to reframe that. Market volatility is not a fine, it's a fee. It's simply the price of admission you have to pay for the incredible reward of long-term growth that will beat inflation. And let's just be real for a second. This part is so hard. When you make sacrifices to put away a little bit of money and then you see it wiped out by a single trip to the gas station, it can feel completely hopeless. That emotional fatigue is no joke. But it's hard to keep going because our brains are just not wired to understand the quiet, frankly weird magic of compounding. That small amount, that $50, when you give it enough time, it grows into something really substantial. You have to remember that time, not huge amounts of money, is the ultimate weapon against inflation. Just don't break the habit. All right, here's an idea that might feel totally backward at first. We're all taught to save for something, right? A down payment, a new car, a vacation. But Morgan Housel argues that the most powerful saving you can do is the saving that has no specific goal whatsoever. What you're really saving for is a world you can't predict. This cash is your shield against all the curveballs life is going to throw at you. It gives you a buffer, a margin of safety that lets you handle a crisis without your whole life going off the rails. You're saving for the unexpected. So, after all this hard work, reframing your mindset, saving, being disciplined, what is the actual payoff? I mean, what are we really trying to achieve here?
I can tell you what it's not. It's not about buying more stuff. It's so easy to lose sight of that, especially when we're playing the comparison game. But the real reason to get a handle on your money is to buy something way more valuable than anything you can get in a store.
This is it. This is the whole point. The greatest thing money can buy is control over your own time. It's having options. It's freedom. Every single dollar you manage to save isn't just a postponed shopping trip. It's you buying a little piece of your own future liberty. So, I'm going to leave you with that thought. The next time you're about to make a financial choice, don't just think about what you're giving up. Think about what you're buying. What little piece of your own future freedom are you going to buy today?